Hi guys, how are we? Welcome to my YouTube channel Live a Little Love a Lot. My name is Aditi Gupta and here I am to bring to you the story for the month of August. And the title of the story is called The Balcony Across the Street. Get cozy, get comfy. I'm going to start reading. Okay, so for nearly 2 years, Meera did not know the old woman's name. She only knew that every evening at 6 o'clock, she appeared on the balcony across the street. At first, it was merely a passing observation. Now, Meera lived alone on her first floor apartment in Gurgaon. At 32, she had the kind of life many people admired: a stable job, a comfortable home, financial independence, weekend brunches with friends when schedules allowed. Yet, most days felt exactly the same. She woke up, worked, attended meetings, answered emails, ordered food, watched something mindless on television, and went to bed. The balcony attached to her living room was a little more than an afterthought. A place where dust gathered and old cardboard boxes waited to be discarded. Now, one evening, while taking a break from work, she happened to glance out of the window. Across the street, an old woman sat on a cane chair on her balcony. A row of clay pots lined the railing. Often, the old woman watered them with great care, not splashing water carelessly, but tending to each plant as if they were her children. The sight held Meera's attentions longer than it should have. The next evening, the old woman was there again, and the evening after that. Soon, Meera began noticing the teeny tiny details. The woman wore a crisp cotton sari during summers. She always wore her hair the same way she did every day, in a neat, tidy bun. Sometimes she read the newspaper, at times she knitted, or sometimes she simply sat there with a cup of tea watching the city's chaos go by. Now, this old woman always stepped on the balcony at 6 o'clock sharp. She was never a minute late or early. Exactly half an hour later, she was back inside her home. The routine never changed. Soon, Meera began looking for her for reasons she couldn't explain. She began to expect to see this happy, contented old woman sit on her balcony every evening without fail. Many times, Meera would glance at the clock and think she's probably sitting outside right now. If it rained heavily, Meera would wonder if the old woman had got someone to move her plants to the other side of the corner so they wouldn't drown in the rain. Meera had also noticed the old woman singing and talking to her plants as she watered them with the utmost love and care. Now, in due time, the old woman became a part of Meera's day. She was unwittingly a silent companion, a familiar presence that made Meera feel happy from within. On Saturday evening, while returning from the grocery store, Meera stopped outside the nursery. There were several rows of plants lined up on the pavement, now all different type of plants. Now, without giving it too much thought, she asked for the easiest plants to manage at home that needed the least amount of care. A few days later, she bought some more plants and added them to her small garden she had set up on the balcony. The old cardboard boxes had been discarded. Now, Meera's corner on her balcony looked more like those posts you can see on Pinterest. So every evening at 6 o'clock, Meera would step out on her balcony and water the plants. And across the street, the old woman did the exact same. Many times their eyes met, but neither of them smiled or acknowledged each other. As days grew into weeks and weeks grew into months, the plants grew, along with the strange comfort of seeing the old woman every day. Meera took work calls on the balcony, a cup of tea in one hand and the phone on the other. She knew the old woman was watching her, but Meera stayed to herself and never responded. One evening, Meera stepped out on the balcony. She was on a work call, and to her surprise, the old woman did not appear. Meera double-checked the time. She paced back and forth, hoping the old woman might show up, but she didn't. The clock almost struck 7, and Meera finally gave up and decided to come back inside the house. The following day, Meera peeked through the window, and without realizing it, her lips curved into a big smile when she saw the old woman busy knitting in her own little world of joy. Meera immediately opened the balcony door and stepped out. The old woman noticed Meera. Their eyes met. Meera waved and smiled. The old lady nodded with a smile too and looked down at her frail hands quickly working the knitting needles. One stormy afternoon, strong winds knocked over one of Meera's pots. As she rushed outside to rescue it, she looked up and found the old woman watching with what looked like suspiciously like concern. Meera laughed. The old woman also laughed. It was perhaps the closest they ever came to a conversation. Neither of them knew each other's name, and neither of them crossed the street. Now, over time, Meera had realized she had changed. She spent less time at her screen in the evenings and more time watching the sunsets. She became an expert with different types of plants. Her balcony was nowhere close to what it was before when she started off buying her first plant. The old woman's habits had quietly rubbed off onto her, and you know what? Meera knew it. Soon it was the middle of spring, and both balconies were blooming with rich, gorgeous, bright, colorful flowers. On one particular Monday evening, Meera was quite busy with her work calls and online presentations. But as soon as the clock read 6, Meera took a break, went outside on the balcony. She waited, but the old woman did not show. The cane chair remained empty. The plants were still green and bright. Maybe she's not at home, Meera thought. Unfortunately, the following evening it was the same story. The cane chair was still empty. Maybe she's gone out of station, Meera wondered. She tried to comfort herself, but anyways, another day passed and another. A week turned into 2. The plants on the balcony across the street began to wilt. Meera sensed something was wrong. Although she still tried to tell herself that she was being ridiculous. The old woman is an absolute stranger. I don't even know her name or anything about her life. She mumbled to herself and stepped back into the house. Yet the old woman's absence weighed on her. Finally, on Saturday afternoon, Meera decided to visit the balcony's apartment. The apartment building looked older than hers. The security guard directed her to the first floor. The door of the apartment stood open. She found cardboard boxes filled in the living room. Many photo frames leaned against the wall, and there were piles of books, stacked on the floor. A man in his early 40s was carefully wrapping crockery in newspaper. He looked up. Can I help you? Meera suddenly felt foolish, Hi, Meera began. So I've come to inquire about the woman who lives in this house. I live just across the street. The man waited. My balcony faces this one, An understanding dawned his face. He nodded slowly. My mother used to sit there every evening on the balcony. Used to? She passed away 2 weeks ago. There was an awkward silence in the room. Oh, I'm so sorry, Meera said. I don't think I should have come. I think I should go. No, wait. My mother loved talking about you. She even gave you a name. What was it? The workaholic. Meera raised her eyebrow. Excuse me? The man chuckled. Well, yes, she used to tell us all about you at the dinner table. And then there was this one time, when you redid your balcony and added new plants. Oh, she was delighted. She made a huge announcement when she came back inside the house. Meera laughed. What else did she say? She said you were always busy, always working, always on a video call or a phone call. She mentioned you never sat down and constantly paced up and down, back and forth on your balcony. Hence, she gave you the name, the workaholic. Meera felt a lump in her throat. But once you started watering those plants in the evening, oh, she was so thrilled. My mother said that you were learning how to slow down. For a moment, neither of them spoke. So you're moving? The man nodded. My father, well, he passed away last year, and now my mother, so there's not much left for me here now, is there? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay, it's part of life. Meera shuffled her feet, like, I think I should leave now. Wait, listen, before you go, my mother always wanted me to give you one of her plants, and she said that you earned it. Since you've become such an expert, I'll get it sent over to your apartment. Oh, okay. Thanks. I will treasure it, and it will be something to remember her by. Now, later that evening, Meera had plans with friends but cancelled and decided to stay home. She wandered around her house, tidying up and getting her apartment in order. She peeked through the window and saw the same balcony empty and let out a long sigh. About an hour later, the doorbell rang. Madam Ji, there's a delivery for you. The man was sweating profusely. He wiped his forehead with a handkerchief. Abhi leke aa raha hu upar na. Soon, two men entered Meera's home and filled her entire balcony with the old woman's plants. Meera couldn't believe her eyes. She looked across the street and saw the 40-year-old man waving at her. He smiled and gave her a thumbs up. You've earned it, she recalled the man's words. So the next morning, a moving truck arrived, and by evening, the apartment stood empty. For the first time in years, the balcony across the street looked completely bare. And yet, out of habit of every evening, Meera would go on the balcony at 6 o'clock, water the plants and look across the street. Until one fine day, a new family had moved in. Two children ran through the apartment. Meera noticed bright new curtains appeared at the windows. A bicycle leaned against the balcony wall. She saw that different furniture had replaced the cane chair. The space had slowly transformed into someone else's new home. Meera was overwhelmed with the unexpected sadness. How unfair, she thought, and how quickly the world moves on as though the old woman had been erased. But every evening at 6 o'clock, Meera still stepped outside with a watering can. She still paused to admire the sunset. She still noticed the first flowers after rain. And sometimes, without realizing it, she found herself watching the world below exactly as the old woman once had. Still, she wishes she had learned the old woman's name. And she wishes that she had crossed the street sooner. She recognizes that one nameless old woman had managed to change her life over a span of a busy street. And that's the end of the story. Subscribe to my channel if you liked it. Do share it with your friends, your family, and think about life and think about slowing down. Stay tuned for the next one. Take care.